Hey, Damascus Road family. Man, I loved our Easter Zoom call together, and I'm really looking forward to doing that again this Sunday. If you have a chance before Sunday, read the 4th chapter in the Gospel of John. We're going to reflect on that a little bit together. Today, let me ask you a question. What comes out of you when you get squeezed? When tough times hit and you feel the pressure, what comes out of you? Yesterday, the Safer at Home order got extended for another month, which means we're going to be living in this reality at least until the end of May. What's coming out of you these days? Is it joy and peace? Or is it anger or frustration or fear, anxiety? Is it shame? Maybe it's a combination of all kinds of stuff. Do you have this tendency, a grasping tendency, to hold on to stuff as a form of security? When you feel squeezed, do you push people away and try and isolate, like refusing to be vulnerable with others? Or do you have kind of like the opposite reaction where you try to connect as much as you can with others so that you don't have to feel that feeling of being alone? What comes out of you when you get squeezed? I'll tell you what's going on in our house. We're really enjoying more time together. And it's been fun to have more time. We're enjoying some of the quiet time that we have, and we're also fighting more. There's more tension in our house. Just the time together and always being close to each other has brought out more of that tension, more of the fighting. Leslie and I got into it last week. Neither one of us showing our best stuff. I found myself both having peace and frustration these days. What's coming out of you? These days have a way of revealing things in us that we don't often see, and it's good to pay attention to it. So in the 3rd chapter of John, at the end of it, John the Baptist's followers come to him and express concern that Jesus has arrived on the scene, and maybe he's stealing attention away from John the Baptist. And what comes out of John when he gets squeezed is really encouraging. His response is he doesn't try to grasp. He doesn't try to hold on to what he's had. He's really open-handed with it. John actually expresses joy in Jesus' arrival. And he uses this metaphor of like being a best man waiting for the groom to arrive at a wedding. And when the groom finally does arrive, the joy erupts. That's how John viewed himself and views Jesus. He has this confident humility, like he knew his place and he knew his role and he could celebrate that. And so when times got tough, when there was a squeeze, what came out of him was really cool. When the squeeze came to John, he responded with joy and with peace. Now, this is helpful for me. When I'm squeezed, I want to pay attention. If it's good stuff, then I want to go to God and I want to thank him for ways that he's working in my life. And if it's not good stuff, then I get to ask God for help. Think about yourself. What's coming out of you these days? If it's from God, then take some time to express gratitude for the ways that he's working in your life. And if it's not from God, then use it as an opportunity to ask him for help. There is so much reason for hope, and you can trust him. John 3 is all about God's offer for real life. How is he inviting you to trust him today?